Hi, it is your favorite coach, Coach Clement, a realtor and educator. And today we shall be looking at the five key things you should consider before investing in property. That is the red flags you should consider, you should evaluate before putting your money in that property. Number one is no proper documentations. If the land doesn't have C of O, if it doesn't have survey plan, if it doesn't have power of attorney or deed of assignment. It varies from state to state and from countries to countries. It depends on where you are listening from. But it's very important you know the titles of the land, you know the communities, you know the ministry in charge of land issues or even parastatals so that in case of where you want to invest in land, in this case you have to verify the property whether it has the necessary documents before you can consider buying it. And if it is in court, if the case is in court, you have to pause. You have to wait until when they resolve it before you put your money. The another thing is that even if you all these documents are available, there is need you should also find out whether the land is properly registered because there's always fraudsters in every industry and real estate industry is not an exception. Find out if the property was well documented with the right ministry because people can just maybe through the window work with one of somebody working in the agencies and he or she will prepare the document for them, make everything available, even the C of O. When you see the C of O, you feel like yes, the document is complete. You still need to find out where is this the source of the C of O, whether it's from the right source or whether it's through the window, so that you will not have issue with your investment. So that when you invest your money, you have to go and rest, you have to go and sleep, because your money should not bring trouble to you. Your money should not bring court cases to you. Your money should bring rest and peace of mind to you. The second point here is unclear ownership. There are some properties that when you want to buy, you discover that two people are dragging it, especially in a polygamous family. If the father is no longer there, the children of the first wife and the children of the second wife, or even the third wife, or it depends on how many there are, or even in a monogamous family, there can still be issues. So conflict of interest, the other party may not be satisfied, the other party may not be involved when they are taking the decision to sell the property. And you discover that if you end up buying the property, issues will surely come up. The other party will sue you to court, or maybe when party A finish selling the property to you, party B will now sue you to court. And when you go to court, they will now ask you, did you do diligence? Because due diligence comes in here, whereby you should go to ministries, go to the agencies in charge, find out the authenticity of the property, find out if the case is in court. So all these things, they are very necessary, they are very important to find out before you can now put your money there. Okay, if there is family issue, you have to pack out, or you wait for them to resolve it, or you make sure that all the families involved are at the round table meeting, whereby you discuss everything, tell them what you want, how you want it. If they're okay with it, then you settle for the property. If they are not okay, you look for somewhere else to get a property that will give you peace of mind. So it's very, very important that you consider ownership. Who is the real owner of the property? If it is a registered property, go and check under whose name was the property registered. It's very, very important to do all those things. Even if you are not around, you can still get a property manager, get a real estate lawyer, or someone you trust to go and represent you and find out the authenticity of the property. Because sometimes the problem that buyers used to have is that they will have money for property, but they will not have money to do the necessary things they should do before investing on that property. So it's very, very important you find out who is the real owner of the property. If it is a family property or kindred, are there in unison? Is the decision to sell their decision or some person's decisions? So you have to find out all those things before you put your money there. Number three sign is too cheap to be true. If it sounds like a giveaway that they are giving you like palliatives, you have to ask questions. Why is it so cheap like this? Why is it so cheap? Sometimes when we see property that is cheap, someone will be telling you it's an opportunity, try and grab it. Not all opportunities that will bring you joy. There are some opportunities that are already made problems. So don't go and grab already made problems. You have to ask questions. Even if it is true, ask questions. It's very, very important. You ask questions and find out. Okay, even if you are not, maybe you are in diaspora or you don't have time, you're a busy person, pay someone to go and do it for you. Get a realtor you trust, get a real estate lawyer or property manager or even company that there are companies that do it. Get one to do the survey for you. Find out the authenticity of the property, if the property is real, if the property is not, what are the documents, everything you need to know about the property. So don't just go because they are giving you on a giveaway price, on a discount. So it's not always the way the business started that it used to end in that case. So it's very, very important you ask questions. Do your backyard questions. Find out many things about the property. You have to be careful where you are putting your money because it is your hard-earned money and you can't afford to waste it. Or your money should not take you to court, or your money should not take you to places where it shouldn't. And in some cases, you discover that in the course of settling issues like this, there are some diabolic things that will start coming in. So someone might even lose his life or her life in the course of the issues. So it's very, very important you do the necessary thing you should do and avoid problems that will come later. The fourth reason is buying property without potentials, that is location without potentials. There are some places you discover that when you buy land or invest your money that it will take years to develop. It's like when you are buying a property at the center of nowhere, like there's no facility, there's nothing there, it's just you coming to invest. So it's like pouring water on the stone because sometimes you discover that that place might be abandoned for years and governments may likely come and grab it for maybe for public use or any other thing. But it's good when you are investing, survey the environment. Sometimes it's good you consider the facilities around there. Is it close to market? Is it close to hospital? Is it even your place of work? So you have to consider it, especially if you are planning to make it your residential home. But if you are into land banking, you can go ahead with such investment. But if it is for residential home, you have to consider it. You also have to consider the crime rates in that area. There are some places that are known for high crime rates. In this case, when you invest there, you discover that you will not have peace of mind because there is always crime happening every now and then. And another thing is difficult access road. There are some places that are not accessible in rainy season. So it's good you avoid those places when you are investing, except if you have money for maintenance. But you know there are some maintenance you cannot carry out, something like building or constructing roads. It is government work and you cannot do it. But though you can do the little one you can, but you may not put it in the right way or the right position you should be for durability. So it's good you consider it. Even if it is in dry season, ask question how the area used to look like in rainy season. So don't just buy because it's cheap. Consider those things, the facilities around, the crime rates there, other things, other you know what you want if you invest. You know the landmark features we are looking for whenever you want to invest in properties. Those landmark features you have to consider. It is very, very necessary you consider it so that you will not regret putting your money there. Another thing you have to consider is, and possibly the last thing I have here, but they are on ending, the list is on ending, is poor and structural problems, that is maintenance problems. There are some properties, especially developed properties, we discover that they have maybe the features and fittings of of poor quality, or I can't even combine poor and quality, that the quality is not good or is poor. Poor materials, using poor materials for construction of sites and other things, construction of buildings, features and fittings in the house. You discover that sometimes when you buy a property, when you buy a house, you end up changing the ceiling, changing the zinc, the roof, changing the door handle, changing the toilet seats, changing everything. At the end, you have changed everything. Nothing as when you buy the property is now good. You have to start changing those things. So you have to consider it. And also developers should also learn to build on trust, because integrity matters and truth is the only solid ground we can stand on. It's good you are honest to your client, because a happy client can bring referrals, testimonies, and even link you to other potential clients. But sometimes developers don't consider it, they only care for their own. But it's good it end up in a win-win approach, whereby your customer will be happy for the service you have rendered to him or her, and you too will also be happy for the money he or she paid for the service or product. Another factor here is also flooding. There are some areas that there is always water. I've talked about this, but it's also part of the structural problems that you can encounter. That in the rainy season, water will be coming inside the house. You have to consider those factors. So, and also sometimes there's this thing, crack on the wall. You discover that there's poor foundation. The foundation was not properly laid off, or there is not solid, the foundation is not solid, and you discover that when you invest your money there, before you know it, you start seeing crack on the wall and you start patching it. Sometimes they are not even, sometimes you cannot even amend it. You have to start changing and changing and changing, and before you know it, you are even sick and tired of your property. So it's very, very important you look out for those red flags before you invest your money, because your money, your sweat needs to give you joy, needs to give you happiness, needs to give you comfort, not problems, not issues. So your money, you suffer to make the money, and the money needs to bring joy, not another problem, another suffering. Sometimes we discover that some people, after acquiring a property, they will start having a lot of issues. They will start regretting, why did I even invest? And some people will swear that they will never invest in their life. Never is not the best option. It's good you do your due diligence, do the necessary thing. If you cannot do it, pay someone to do it for you. It's good you spend money to do the necessary investigation and get it right, than you pay the money for the investment and tomorrow you start going to court. So I will end it here, and I want to also remind you to subscribe to this channel so that you'll be getting updates anytime I post. Thank you.